Hey, this is Kelly O'Connor. I'm doing this video finally that I told you I'd do. This is the very first time I've ever done an additional video based upon my 12% myth answering Dave Ramsey video. Just so you know a little history, that video was recorded for a financial author. She's really big. Her name actually is Mary Hunt. She's the primary financial writer for Women's Day magazine. She was writing a book and she found me and wanted some help. And she sent this article off while she was writing her book, or one of her books, and asked, "How do you respond to the math?" And that was that Dave Ramsey article that I used in the 12% in the original video. So that video that I made was in response to her, and it was a private, unlisted video. I eventually made it public, and it is what it is now. But that's the context behind what the work I was doing with Mary Hunt. So here's the data again. It's not the exact same spreadsheet. All the inputs are the same, but the software's gone through, some updates. There might be some little rounding things that are slightly different. So you're going to see some of the numbers are a little bit different to each other, but it's virtually identical. So what you are interested in is what happens when you contribute. So let's take a look. You're going to see the market from 1990 to I believe it was 2010. That was what Ramsey used. The fees at 3%. The ordinary income or the amount that is taxed along the way is only 30% of the growth, which is completely satisfactory in the financial world. And it's taxed at a 25%. The cap gains, if you ever were to withdraw the whole thing, is only at 15. Now, cap gains is no longer that low, but it was when I did the video. So let's go ahead and change this. I've had enough people who have bitched about the 1.5% or the 3% in fees. They believe that's excessive. I think they're idiots. All you got to do is inform yourself, and here's a link to a study, State University of New York at Albany Department of Finance, that showed between 3 to 7% is the norm. That was 12 years ago, but let's be nice, and we'll basically just take a very small fee for mutual funds and like a 1% for a money manager. So I don't need to show 3 for the argument of the impact of fees along the way. They're hugely impactful. So let's just quickly look at that. You've got at year 20, 300,000, and you've transferred 206. Now this column, this cumulative transfer dollars, what this this is the fees every year, and then the taxes that were paid, and then combining them as they accumulate at interest. So what's the interest? I only used 5.5%. Now, that would be ridiculous. If I could invest my money, according to Ramsey, I can easily get 8 to 12, so I should use an 8 to 12 lost opportunity cost, because if I didn't pay these fees, then that money could be in my account and earning, but they're not earning anymore. They were paid in fees and paid in taxes. So there's a lost opportunity to anything being taken off of this calculation. I'm not using 8 to 12%. I'm only using a measly 5.5% of lost opportunity cost. That's all that I'm using here. And it cost me $206,000. My account was $300,000 ending balance. Now, what you're interested in is what if the old dollar cost averaging, what if we continue to contribute money to this to the tune of $2,500 a month, which is 30 grand a year. And here's what that looks like for you. You're going to see those. We'll go ahead and click year 20. You've got 1.2 million roughly, and you've transferred $602,000 again with only 1.5 in fees and only a 5.5% lost opportunity cost. Now, if you believe that you could actually do better than that, if you could actually get, say, 8 over time, well, let's take a look at that for you. Your balance is going to be the same. You're at 1.2 million, but you've transferred $750,000 out in fees, taxes, and lost opportunity cost. Isn't that fantastic? So I don't believe you can get 8% every single year without ever incurring a loss ever. So I like to be realistic. Let's do 5.5. So there you go. You got your 1.2 million and your $602,000 in transfers. Now, here's my last question for you. If you're doing this, if you actually are riding the roller coaster and you actually somehow have total all in everything, transactional, everything, all fees at 1.5, and there's a small taxation factor along the way for you, and you're actually doing this, what's the purpose? What are you building towards? My guess is you're building towards the biggest balance right here you can get for one purpose. When you finally decide at whatever age, let's say 66, to start using this thing for income, that you're going to be using this account, congratulations, you're a millionaire. Now, here's my challenge to you. You need to research a safe withdrawal rate. In this kind of an account, what percentage can you safely withdraw and not run out of money? See, that's called the Monte Carlo. You can Google the Vanguard retirement nest egg calculator. And it used to be the 4% rule. But as of early last year, that was considered too aggressive, meaning 4% of your overall balance is too aggressive for you to withdraw on an annual basis because you could run out of money. So traditional planning, your financial firms and houses now calculate about a 3 to 3.5% distribution rate. So 3.5% of 1.2 million is $42,000. So you've accumulated, you've got this 1.2 million, and now you can withdraw 42,000 bucks a year and not run out of money. Congratulations. And oh, by the way, that's taxable. Now, in this case, it would be cap gains taxable, but what that means is you now have taxable income, and that is means tested against your Social Security, and the government determines how much of your Social Security you get to keep. Congratulations. There are so many reasons why this type of account, I believe, is complete bullshit for people, and it does not assist them in any way. They've got, now, saving is better than not saving, but for those who save and for those who are disciplined is who I'm referring to. You're riding a roller coaster, you have fees that are being bled off, and you have taxation. You good luck controlling your fees. You have no control over taxation, and you really have no control over the marketplace. So there you go. There are the implications to you. You can feel free to follow me, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever. I'll have those links up here for you. See you.